of us. We're going to open or angle back or face the paddle because we want this ball to not go down, not even go level, but ever so slightly up to clear that net and give us some margin for error. Now, I get asked this a lot. How extreme should the angle of your face be on the block? Great question, because it changes. When I'm right here at the kitchen line, I could probably get away with having almost a level face, barely open, right? But the lower I am, the more extreme I need to make that angle, the lower that I go with my body. So I'm closing it more when I'm higher, and I'm opening that face more extreme, the lower I get, or the lower I'm going to hit that ball. And I would say the biggest thing that makes this shot a block and not a punch is nothing about your paddle should go forward or out to meet the ball. You're literally just tracking the ball and you're holding the paddle there. Track it, hold the paddle there. It's your body, it's your lower body that's absorbing. But the moment we start to push forward at all, it's no longer a block or an absorbing shot. It becomes a counter-attacking shot. So we want to be making sure we're only doing that when we plan on running a counter-attack. We'll show a couple in a second here, guys. Anything that you guys think about? We'll just talk through it a little bit.
Yeah, we can talk through it.
Just going to show a couple here. First time we're playing most of these on the back end side. We cover a lot more territory, including our body, on the back end side of the paddle. As a teacher, every single about 50% speed up strength. I'm trying to crush it, but I'm trying to hit the ball with some pace. So we have to work on deadening that absorption.
Some big keys here are being very relaxed. A lot of people get really tense as soon as they know they're getting attacked. And what that does is it really strengthens the paddle, and it doesn't allow for that ball to be absorbed and dropped back into the kitchen. And one of the first things that I cued, I found out that when we get nervous or tight, the first thing we do is clench our jaw. So I actually want you guys to cue loosening your jaw and kind of slumping your shoulders to really allow you to absorb this ball. It seems kind of weird. The contact's very close, and like Kyle said, as soon as I punch out just the slightest or lose this edge and cut the ball, it leads to a pop-up, and then we get finished. So this is a really, really, really touchy shot, so make sure that there is no extension whatsoever through this reset.
Notice how most of the time, his face is quite open. He's not necessarily hitting the ball a far distance. He's trying to hit it short in the box. But a lot of times he has a good amount of margin for error. We want to use as much as we're able to on this shot. We talked a lot about the net being undefeated. We got to clear that as the first obstacle. So we do that by staying relaxed and opening up our face. So that's been our first drill. Teacher here, student there, and one just big step back. So now either anything at all that you can change slightly in your technique, just be further away.
I feel like my weight will be a little bit more forward because to make up for this 2-3 feet of distance. Now I'm just a little more on my toes and a little more loaded with my legs to get that ball just that extra distance back into the kitchen.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Just making sure we're doing a little more with our legs and we're out of position, just because these are our big muscles that get some strength. Here we go. Same idea, same technique. Heavy backhand, open face. Step back. Now this is where it gets a little tougher. We're focused on technique, getting our rhythm. But when now my opponent is there and I have the ball here, where am I aiming pretty much every time? Feet, okay? So Ethan doesn't know if I'm going to hit it to him on the fly or he'll get that nice comfortable reset always in the same spot. Some he'll have to play on the fly. Some are going to bounce right in front of him. His mentality, his goal should be to not overreach and just focus on getting anything into his bubble here. Be willing to half volley or take it as a block out of the air. So I'm going to try to bury my feet a little. He's going to try his best not to overreach, but let that ball into it. Here we go. So this is when it gets tough. I'm going to bury my feet in the tough one. Like it. Like it. Nice. Just letting it come to him and didn't charge, not even back up. He held his ground. I like it. Yeah, trying to catch it, leading. Doesn't mean that everyone So he's gonna try to block the first one. But if he blocks it successfully, if he doesn't pop it up, he feels like he gets it down, where he can come forward. Block, feels good about it. All that it takes to go on offense. One big step. If you can do more than that, that's all you really need. Because now you're close enough that they come at you to effectively counter. So as the teacher here in this drill, I attack everything. Even if I shouldn't hit it, I'm going to continue to attack. If he gets a block down, he gets closer to me with his positioning, with one big step at least. Then when I attack him again, his paddle's up and cocked. Now he counter punches. Show it in real time. Here we go. Like that. Excellent. He's switching from defense to offense only if he earns his way forward with a good block. Show it again. I'm trying to attack him when he's out of position. He's saying, all right, if I'm way out of position, I'm only going to play defense. If I hit one good shot, I don't have to get perfectly at the line before I can counter punch and play offense. And that's what we're going to work on there. So we're going to work on our